everyone, and welcome back to Epic the Musical. Today, we are doing another 2 sagas of Epic the Musical, and people in the comments told me that the pace that I'm doing Epic the Musical is fine and actually maybe ideal, because I said in the last video, it might be kind of annoying that next video we're going to be doing, like, a saga and then the intermission and then another saga, like, you know, with the intermission in between, when I would have preferred to end the video on the intermission. And people said, actually, no, what you're doing is great, because you can do 2 sagas per video, and then the last video can be just the final saga on its own, and apparently that sort of justifies its own video anyway, which is exciting. So that's good for me, because that means I am not going to be rushing any of these videos. I'm not going to be trying to squeeze in more content, because you're right, it allows me for the final one, like if I want to pause more, if I want to talk about more things that are happening, then that's great. I will caution you in advance for that, because, like, you know, I'm sure the final saga is probably going to do a lot of tie-ins to previous stuff that's happening, and, you know, it's very possible that I either I miss it, or when it comes up, I may notice it but not talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes there's lines that are callbacks to earlier lines, and I don't have anything to say about it, but I'm like, oh, it's cool they called back to that line, and I'll forget to talk about it. But yeah, anyway, so last video we did the something saga and then the Circe saga. Let me see. Last time we did the Ocean saga and then the Circe saga, and I really fucking enjoyed it. Today we're doing the Underworld saga and the Thunder saga, and then the video after that we'll do the Wisdom saga, then Vengeance saga, and we'll finish off with the Ithaca saga in the final video. But I've been having such a great time with these videos. I've been thinking about Epic the Musical. I've been listening to a few of the songs again. I haven't had time to, like, listen to all of them again. And also, you know, I'm trying to like ration myself so that I can, like, fully be excited to do more Epic content by, like, restraining from watching this too much. You know, I don't want to dry myself out on watching a few of the songs from this musical over and over again until I'm sick of it. You know, I want it all to feel fresh and great. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into this. Please make sure to support the video if you can, and, like, keep commenting on the video. You guys have been so kind in your comments. Please keep them up, because I would really appreciate it, and it helps me to, you know, be inspired to do these videos more often. So keep that coming, keep the likes coming, the comments coming, subscribe to the channel for the upcoming videos, and hopefully you can check out some other videos on this channel as well, and share this video around with other people who might like these epic reactions. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, let's jump into this. This is starting the, what saga was it again? The Underworld saga of Wisdom, nope, of Epic. Wisdom is a different saga. Of Epic. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let me make sure that I'm in 1440p. Sure. Hopefully that doesn't make it buffer. All right. So that was the end of the Circe saga. Let's move on to the Underworld saga.
Friends, Circe's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the
no matter what we hear.
comrades.
Like what? Like sirens?
Is your mind. So no matter who we find, full speed ahead.
Okay, sorry. I know we're pausing so early into it, but I just want to already go, okay, if there's things that are going to affect your mind. I said the sirens because I know Scylla's in this somewhere, but I don't know if she's in this thing. She would probably be in, no. Would she be in the Underworld? No, right? Maybe. Who knows? But I mean, in Hades 2, she's in the Underworld. Or she's in the space between the Underworld. Yeah, no, she's in the Underworld, because we go down to get... Anyway, whatever. So, but that doesn't matter. No, that's not what I'm talking about right now. The other thing that I was thinking is, like, what if we see, like, Polites? You know, like, that's what I'm thinking is, like... We will see him and he'll be like, let me on the ship. I'm safe. I'm actually alive. And we have to we have to ignore him because he'll be fake. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go back.
No matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the
Obviously, Full Speed Ahead is a reference to an earlier song. Whoa.
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my
This is
eyes.
haunting you, all the
No
deaths.
longer dream. Only nightmares of those who
Yeah.
died.
Ah.
What it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind.
Yeah, so it's torturing him. Nice.
558 men who died under your command.
Jeez.
Captain, 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 Captain.
Oh, they're all calling for him.
Cyclops live
Oh.
and ruthlessness is mercy.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Okay, so it's like he's actually like he's maybe partially actually regretting leaving the Cyclops alive after. I mean, yeah, well, probably because of the consequences of those actions. In that Poseidon then killed so many people, you know. So that's really interesting. Is this this idea of like now, you know, he did something that at the time seemed like a very heroic thing to do. Hey, I'm gonna be the bigger man and I'm gonna keep you alive, but now it's haunting him, and now he's going through here, and it seems like the underworld is playing tricks with him by like feeding on that guilt. It's very cool.
And ruthlessness is mercy. All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes.
I like the backup singing.
Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the
They're trying to calm him down.
past seems close behind. I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
Oh,
Life is amazing when you
greet it with open arms. Oh,
we face will be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place where we can light up the world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
I loved the arrangement of that. You know, having that sort of like echoey feeling to it, and just the contrast of that compared to, you know, all I hear are screams. Like there's just this like really depressing song going on, but then we hear his voice cutting through. Man, that makes me so sad. I really like Open Arms. Might be one of my favorite songs. I don't know if it's called Open Arms. It is called Open Arms. It might be possibly my favorite song in this musical so far. Makes me so sad. I want to go to the whole start of when he shows up. Also, I'm glad I'm glad that after the first video people made sure that I was clear on the fact that the infant had died. Otherwise, I think I'd be realizing it here.
The infant from that night.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face will be fine if
I
we're
love
leading
the voice
from
actor
the
apologies.
heart. No matter the place where we can light up the world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
That's so sad.
That voice. It can't be.
Who is it?
Mom?
Oh. Anticlia.
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be waiting.
Oh.
Can't you see I'm waiting? I took too long
So is she?
and ventured too far.
Is she not home? Is she? Did she die while he was gone? Oh. That's so upsetting, man.
Bye, Mom.
That's so sad. Oh, this is still going. Wow. Okay, hold on. I don't know how long's left in the song. I want to try not to stop at 5 seconds from the end of the song. But okay, so it seems like him seeing her here is like confirmation that she died while he was at sea, maybe. And that's a rough way to find out, man. Like, imagine traveling through a place where you're seeing all your dead friends or whatever, and you're like prepared for that. Like, he said, like, no matter what happens, full speed ahead. Like, we're probably gonna see dead friends and it's gonna suck, but keep moving. But then to see someone that you didn't realize was dead there, but like maybe he suspected because he was like, I've been gone a long time, so like it makes sense. Oh.
Every time I get to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, your past is always close behind. Your past is always close behind. Down in the underworld.
Who's that? Who's that? Okay, all right. Well, that's probably a tease of whatever this song is to come. In the same way that like that shot of Hermes coming down onto the tree, in one of those previous videos was leading up to the Hermes song. But that was a good song. I like it. I mean, it was very. I liked the "All I Hear Is Screams" motif. Like that on its own was great. Oh man, I wish we got even more polities than we got, but it's okay. Like I think I just need to be comfortable with the fact that what we got is what we gotta get. But oh man, now I have Open Arms stuck in my head consistently. You know, it's the song that has been stuck in my head the most out of every song in the musical. I love it a lot. But as I said, when it happened, like it's also because. Like, not just because, oh, it's a nice guy and he died and I was sad about it, but also, like, I feel like Polites is closest to the character that I related to the most in this, you know? That his greet the world with open arms idea is a big part of what my life is, you know? That's a big part of what I believe in. That's part of my mantra walking through life. So seeing that in a character and hearing that in a beautiful song, it was very nice for me. All right, that was the Underworld. What's next? What's the next song? No Longer You.
I am the prophet.
Tiresias? Tiresias?
You seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free. There is a world where I help you get home.
Okay.
But that's not a world I know.
I don't know this character, so this is
I
interesting.
see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man.
Oh, this is a cool song.
I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I
That was
see
Eurylochus, right?
death. I see you try a final breath.
Oh.
I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
Ooh. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, so he's like, this is like, I imagine it's like the idea of, okay, he's seeing all these possible futures or whatever, but like, and he is seeing a future where you get home, but it's not you, which I imagine he's speaking metaphorically, saying like that you're gonna have to do things that make you feel like you're not yourself anymore. You know, you're gonna change drastically. You're gonna change the whatever's at the core of your morals is going to be torn out of you, and whatever's left is what's gonna return home. Which is really depressing, but such a cool way to word it in this song. Like with "It's no longer you," is such a cool way to word that idea. And it also did talk about like betrayal, and show Eurylochus there, which makes me think, you know, when he was talking earlier about like, I need to tell you something, and Odysseus is like, not now. There's probably what Eurylochus wanted to tell him, you know. Oh, I want to go back to that.
To make it home alive, but it's no longer you. This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
I see your palace covered in red.
Oh, fuck.
Faces of men who had long believed you're dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Oh. I see a song of
this is a cool song.
I see the sacrifice of man.
It's really cool.
I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you triumph.
What is that backup singing?
I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
Wow. I'm trying to let it go just in case it's the end of the song. Oh. This feels, pardon the pun, but epic. Damn. Okay. All right. Well, it was a like relatively short song. It felt like. But when he talked back here about like a man who is like who has a trail of blood or whatever, is that what they're talking about with the like it's no longer you, is like it's gonna be you doing that, but again, he's gonna have such a trail of bodies behind that it's not not gonna feel like you, and maybe it won't feel to her like you're back, you know. But Odysseus was pissed about it regardless, because obviously this guy's saying there's another man that's gonna be with your wife, and especially after in this musical he was really faithful to her, right? Like Circe tried to sleep with him, and he said no, right? So that this version of Odysseus would also be extra touchy about that. I feel like if it's like I have been so faithful on this journey even when I've been tested, the idea of like getting home to my wife and she hasn't been faithful would be heartbreaking. But that was a really cool song. I like the I like how intense it felt at the end. It was great. All right, let's move on to Monster. Let's see what Monster is.
How has everything been turned against us? How did suffering become so endless? How am I to fight with my estranged? Do I need to change?
Now he's doubting himself.
I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed.
Oh, interesting.
What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea
Is me?
is me?
Oh.
What if I'm the monster? What if I'm in the wrong? What if I'm the problem that's been hiding all along? What if I'm the one who killed you every time I cave to guilt? What if I've been far too kind to foes, but a monster to ourselves? What if I'm the monster?
Okay, really, really cool. I mean, just like the idea for a song is great. A lot of great lines in this song. I've forgotten what I was about to say about it. Well, I'll say the new thing that I've been thinking, which is this line of like, what if I've been too kind to foes but a monster to ourselves, which is really interesting because like I said in the previous video, to which people have sort of agreed and disagreed in various ways to this, but I've said that I think he's too harsh to his crew a little bit. To which a lot of people have said that, well, he's a king as well. Like, he's not just a captain, he's a king. And so, like, what he's saying does make sense for that. And I mean, I think I want to be clear. I think all of it makes sense for his character. Like, I'm kind of speaking from a position of, like, trying to give him very friendly advice to stop it from... to stop everything from falling out of whack, because I'm trying to see things from the perspective of the people he's talking to as well. Even if I, seeing it from his perspective, fully get what he's saying and why he's saying that. And I've mostly said it in regards to his way of speaking to Eurylochus, which is like, he's been very harsh with him a little bit because Eurylochus admittedly was, doing some things that maybe he shouldn't. He was like putting some doubt in Odysseus in ways that he probably shouldn't have been. But at the same time, like, I feel like you have to try to keep your crew in line while also keep them from wanting to go against you. Keep them from feeling like you're so far above them, especially when you're a captain. Like, when you're a king, he is a king and he's also a captain. And just as people were saying, like, well, he's a captain, but he's also a king, I'm saying he's a king, but he's also a captain. And I think a captain is a little bit different in that, like, a captain is above everyone else, but I think also a captain kind of needs to lower himself to his crew a little bit, because being on the sea, you have to be working closely enough together to be weathering this stuff, and you kind of have to have trust in everyone. And I feel like everyone also has to have trust in you. And they may trust by just following your orders blindly, but I feel like they're going to trust you even more, and you're going to be able to make faster, quicker decisions if you showed them why they can trust you, and if you listened to their inputs as well, which is a different thing than being king, I feel like. Because being a king tends to be politically slower. You get to make decisions a bit slower when you're king than when you're out on the sea, But I swear there was something I wanted to say about this song, other than this. But here's what I wanted to say about the song. Full speed ahead. Like he said, like, no matter what happens here, no matter what we see, full speed ahead. And it seems like he's the one who's been caving to the Underworld, because it has made him think that he needs to change, and like that all of this stuff is happening. Like, all of this could still be tricks of the Underworld trying to get him to change what he's doing and who he is. So maybe he really shouldn't be doing this much self-reflection right here and now. But I'm not sure. Like, maybe this is really good for him, is to, like, actually think about this. Because as I said, I really like that line of like, what if I've been too kind to foes and too hard on ourselves? Like, that's a monster to ourselves. Like, that's really cool. So yeah. Oh, I'm cool. I think this is cool.
What if I'm the one who killed you every time I gave to guilt? What if I've been far too kind to foes, but a monster to ourselves? What if I'm the monster? Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night?
Maybe.
Or does he end my men to avenge his friend and then sleep knowing he has done right? When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane?
This is cool.
Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain? When a god comes down and makes a fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong?
I don't think so. Not with Poseidon.
So we must respect him, and now no one dares to piss him off. Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill sleeping Trojans cause he is vile? Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If I became the monster.
Okay, really cool, like reflecting on the entire play and then going like, should that be me? Should I be one of those people who like just accepts this is what I gotta do, so I'm gonna do it without feeling any remorse for it? Because it's interesting, like some of those I was watching and going like, maybe they did, you know? Like I don't think Poseidon from this representation of Poseidon and the other representations I've seen of Poseidon in the past, I doubt Poseidon feels too much guilt. Like, I feel like he's very stubborn and is probably like, yeah, well, I did what I needed to do and I'm right. So it's all their fault, you know? I can see that being Poseidon. Circe, I'm on the fence about, because like, Circe, by the end, you know, helped us out. It seems like she does have some sort of like respect for us, and like maybe therefore she had a bit of respect, a bit of regret, but maybe not. I don't know. I think I'm on the line with her. I could believe either side, and also I'm gonna be like, she's a pretty woman. I'm gonna be more forgiving of her. It's just I know my own weaknesses. That's what's gonna happen. But so I'm on the line with her. With the Cyclops, I think I don't know, like that it's easy to go like, well, yeah, he's like kind of a monster, like he's gonna do it without thinking too much about it, and he's, you know, and like I kind of believe that. But if you told me, no, the Cyclops actually out of everyone is the one who like does stay up and regret it, I would also believe that. Someone said in the comments at some point like that the Cyclops, either in this or in portrayals of the Cyclops or whatever, it's like he is like a kid, and so it's like it does make you kind of sad watching it and seeing him, you know, like everything goes dark, he gets stabbed in the eye and he feels so alone, and then someone comes to try to help him and he says, nobody did this to me, and they're like, well, shut the fuck up, and they leave him, and he's just like a kid who's in the dark, literally, and where, you know, but since he's a Cyclops, it's we're scared of him. So like, I'm not sure. Could he be someone who regrets, you know, defending his sheep or not? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I don't necessarily think so. I think Odysseus is asking these rhetorically, with the implication that, like, no, these people don't regret it. You know, like, these people know that what they're doing, like, they have to become this monster to do the right thing. And it's interesting him doing this in this way, because he was saying, like, do I sympathize with my foes too much? So how is he confronting his own self-reflection? He's doing it by sympathizing with his foes. I think that's really interesting. It's like, he struggles to do it when he's just thinking of his friends and Eurylochus and Ithaca and all of that. But like when he's thinking of, okay, the Cyclops, Circe, Poseidon, like when I'm thinking of them, I'm going to be more understanding of them because that's kind of who I am as a person, which will help me to maybe confront that part of myself that's resisting becoming a monster, because I've seen that, you know, the ones that I've shown respect to, our enemies, they became monsters themselves. So maybe I should too. It's very interesting. All right.
To kill sleeping Trojans 'cause he is vile, or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If
I became the monster, threw that guilt away. Would that make us stronger? Would it keep our foes at bay? If I became the monster,
Athena!
everyone but
I thought
us
that was
made
Athena's
sure we got home
silhouette.
again. Who would care if we're unjust?
Assuming it is
I
Athena.
became the
Unless, oh, it might actually not be Athena. That might be Odysseus in his war outfit, right? That might be what they're doing, is they're showing like that's the monster version of him. But I think Athena also has that thing as well, which is probably why I thought that. But I was thinking, my interpretation of it when I saw this shot and thought it might have been Athena's shadow before thinking, oh, they're probably actually just doing Odysseus as a monster, is because Athena, this is what Athena wanted for him, you know, like she said, you're not following my teachings, so fuck off. These were her teachings, and he might now on his own be coming to realize those teachings are actually what he wants.
If I became the monster to everyone but us, and made sure we got home again.
But also it's a very tall shadow, which is what Athena is.
I became the
oh, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. And deep down I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall in an instant so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster.
Damn, that's fucking awesome. What this reminded me of, it reminds me of Hurricane in Hamilton. Like this feels like the same purpose of the song. You know, like that bit in Hurricane where he's like, I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack of a bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. Like that whole sequence of Hurricane is what this feels like to me, and that's so cool, because I think Hurricane also in Hamilton was a song that when I first heard it in the musical, when I was first watching the musical, I was like, Hurricane, that's a decent song, that's all right, you know, but I didn't think about it too much. But the more I watched that musical, I loved that song more and more, just because it was the perfect sort of turning point for Hamilton's character, I feel like. It really felt like this may be the point in the musical where you fully stop rooting for Hamilton for a bit, maybe, you know, like this is the bit where it might turn, but we're going to actually at least see why he does. So like that's like why he thinks it's justified. And this is, I think, what the Odysseus thing is. This might be the very, very same thing where it's like the rest of the musical, we might actually see Odysseus very differently. We might see him doing more fucked up stuff, and he may be unrecognizable. But at least now we're seeing why he thinks that's necessary, you know? Yeah, so that, oh man, I gotta go to the start of this.
Deep down, I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall in an instant so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll become the monster like none they've ever known. So what if I'm the monster lurking deep below? I must become the monster, and then we'll make it home.
But then it's not gonna be you. It's no longer you going home, right?
I'll become the monster.
That's a cool song, man. That's the end of the Underworld saga. Wow, that's a really cool song. I liked that a lot, and it does, as I said, it feels so much like Hurricane to me in terms of maybe its role in the play. Is this? I can't believe we are not even halfway through the musical at this point. Although that's the end of the first act, right? That makes sense. That makes that makes it, because then you can also say like it's the end of the first act of Hamilton when like after Non-Stop, when like people are like surrounding him and he's like, and they're like, yeah, you need to think about this stuff, and he turns around and goes, I'm not throwing away my shot, like that sort of anger that's like that's seeping through, that's showing us like, hey, we're fucking serious about this and things are gonna change. That's a good intermission point. I like that a lot. Oh, this is really cool, man. Let's continue. Let's continue past the intermission. End of Act 1. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Suffering. Hello.
Don't you miss me?
Yes.
More than you know.
Then jump in the water and kiss me.
Are these sirens?
Penelope, I've told you this before. You know I'm afraid of the water.
He is?
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter, and let's watch our love leave the ground.
I think these are probably setting up the sirens, especially since she's like leaning on a rock, right? Like that's such a siren thing to do, is to be like leaning on a rock and talking to him across the boat, and trying to get him to. Oh, it also says Penelope with a question mark here. Anyway, so that's and also like I think knowing Scylla's in this somewhere at some point. I don't know if she's in this saga. If we're there now, we might be there now. But what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I didn't know that he was afraid of the water. Interesting. Sucks for a pirate, but I'm not a pirate. Sucks for a salesman. I said pirate because I was thinking of One Piece, because I was about to transition into talking about One Piece. It's very much like One Piece, where like the devil fruit's weakness is the water, is the ocean, because it sucks. Like, yeah, you're pirates, you're gonna spend all your time around the water. Guess what you're most afraid of? Guess what your biggest weakness is?
So that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter, and let's watch our love leave the ground.
Oh, I would, but I'd be suffering trying to float the whole time.
I would take the suffering from you.
Ooh, as good as it sounds, right here I'm just fine.
Is Odysseus not falling for it? Like, it kind of feels like the way he's saying it, it doesn't sound like he's scared. You know, he's like, I think he's being like, yeah, I know you're bullshitting me, so I'm just like giving you excuses. It's like when you got a scam caller or a person trying to scam you, and you're just fucking with them just to waste their time so that they don't scam other people, and you're just like, oh, I can't open my email. How do I open my email? Oh, right. Okay, well, it's loading. Okay, now, hang on, my mouse stopped working. Oh, I think I unplugged it. Oh, yeah, which cord plugs it back in again? And you're just, like, fucking with them the entire time. That kind of feels like what Odysseus is doing.
Ooh, as good as it sounds, right here I'm just fine.
I can take the suffering from you.
You know that I prefer my feet on the ground.
I will take the suffering from you.
She's gonna try to pull him in.
Fine.
Oh.
But only if you answer a question or two.
Oh.
Of course.
Okay, So, let's say I was on the run, from, I don't know, Poseidon. And let's say he blocked the way home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
Oh.
This is your only.
Okay. Yeah, so this it's fun to hear him be like, oh yeah, I'll jump in if you answer a question for me, and then he gives this like really really elaborate sort of riddle. I mean, yeah, it feels like he's on to her, but yeah, specifically saying, now she said Scylla, I think, in this. I've been saying Scylla. I think in Hades 2 they call her Scylla from memory, which is why I've been saying that, and I'll probably continue to call her Scylla. But if I'm like really stupid, if in Hades 2 they don't call her Scylla and I've just been wrong the entire time, then my bad. Then sorry about that. But yeah, if I'm calling her Scylla and if this musical calls her Scylla, at least you know why.
Home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
No.
This is your only way home. The lair
The
of
sharp
Scylla.
nails.
Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and
I
terrified.
would take the suffering from you.
Ooh, for you I would die, but can't you let me stay
I
dry?
can take the suffering from you.
You should come onto the ship. We'll jump at the same time.
I will take the suffering from you.
The things I do.
No
for
way
you.
he's doing it. No way. Yeah, okay. He's killing her. Makes sense. That makes sense. He was onto it the whole time. I like that. It is fun. It's fun watching a song like that where like we as the audience know what's going on, and also Odysseus knows what's going on, and we get to just watch him fucking with her the whole time. Is really good. I like that. I love the way this musical portrays Odysseus, where like it really just feels like he's making, like he's very wise, and it's a fun protagonist to watch where, you know, maybe I don't agree with moral decisions that he makes, but generally I agree with tactical decisions he makes, which is great. All right, we'll move on to the next song, Different Beast.
Let's cut the charade. You are no wife of mine.
Now he's pissed now that he's revealed it.
You've been trying to take my life this whole time.
How dare you be my wife?
I know underwater there are packs of you hiding. Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren. My real wife knows I'm not scared of the water.
Yeah, okay, all right. That was another test that he did. He was like, you know, I'm scared of the water, and then since she was like, yeah, oh, I know, of course I know that. I'm your wife. Why wouldn't I know that? By the way, I also like in the previous song how, because I imagine it was just they got Penelope's voice actor just to do a siren, you know, like that. It wasn't like they got a siren to do an impression of Penelope. Have we heard Penelope's voice yet? Maybe not. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I liked how lovable she made it, you know, like to the point where I feel like she was very convincing if you if you didn't know what a siren was, and if you you know, if you were actually in this situation, I can see why you would fall for that, you know.
My real wife knows I'm not scared of the water. And my real wife knows I don't have a daughter.
Of course he's got a son.
But while you were so focused
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
You didn't notice that your friends got snatched.
Oh shit.
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who
Oh,
now.
Jesus.
No more of us deceased, 'cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters.
Yeah, now they're monsters.
We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you.
We've been away from home for about 12 years or so. First we slayed in our own war, and now we're here with more foes. While on the run from Poseidon, we found a ship with no crew. I realized nearby there were sirens singing sailors to their doom.
So you made this plan.
We filled our ears with bees.
Ah.
That's how we resist your song.
Clever.
You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along. I read your lips and phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon.
That's
Now
why you
I know
asked.
how to get back to my island.
That's so cool, man. That is so cool. Like, it's a really fun plan that he came up with. Yeah, man, I've heard a lot of the, you know, of stuff about the Odyssey just in general, right? I love things like this, which are pieces of media that have so much passion in them that they make you understand what's so cool about the original work, you know? Like, I've never read the Odyssey. I had never even really taken in most of what had happened in it, right? But I've known of it for most of my life. And so, and like, I kind of, you know, always in my head kind of assume it's not gonna really be something I'm interested in. But I love stuff like this, which shows it to you in a way that makes me really engaged in it, in such a way that I'm like, I wonder how good the Odyssey is, you know? Like, I wonder if I would actually like the Odyssey if I got over the barrier of entry for it, you know? And I love stuff that does that. It's so awesome. Like, I don't like history, and I loved Hamilton, you know? But I really don't like history. But, like, watching Hamilton, I was like, it's interesting learning about it through Hamilton, so much so that like, maybe I am interested in it, you know? And Dr. Stone with anime, not anime, it is an anime, with Dr. Stone with science. Dr. Stone is if you don't know, it's an anime about the whole world turning to stone. And then a guy wakes up who's super into science, and he has to try to, after 3,700 years or whatever, he has to try to revive everyone from stone, and he does it with science. And the show has, like, real science in it, and it, like, teaches you a lot of science along the way, and it makes me interested in science in a way that I am normally not. But then, like, the way the show presents it to you, I'm like, huh, that's really interesting and cool. Like, I love learning about that stuff. Go check out my Dr. Stone reactions on this channel. So like, in that same way, this makes me interested in the Odyssey, and I like it.
Every route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island.
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now.
God damn, man.
No more of us deceased, 'cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the men.
Hang on. Don't draw her this sad. I mean, like, we're supposed to be seeing how Odysseus and his crew are, like, becoming monsters now, right? And so it makes sense to do it. But it makes me so sad. Like, I was just talking about before, like, my weakness is, like, pretty women. And so, like, obviously the sirens are going to be easier to, like, I would have died to the sirens easily if I hadn't already. Well, actually, I already said I would have died to Circe. If we had gotten past Circe, well, I would have been turned to a pig. Odysseus would have saved me. We got here, I would have died to a siren. He would have told me to put the earwax in. I would have put it in, but then I would have seen the sirens, and they would have been like, take it out, and I would have done it.
Take more suffering from you. man-made monsters. We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you.
Spare us. Oh, spare us, please.
Why?
I don't know, they're
You
making
think
good
you'll amass
points.
group of sailors
Let's
in this
do it.
part of the sea? Nah, you wouldn't have spared me. I made
That's true.
a mistake like this. It almost cost my life. I can't take
Mm-hmm.
more risks of not seeing my wife. Cut off their tails.
Oh,
We're ending this now.
jeez.
Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them drown.
Jesus.
He is a different beast now. He is the one who feasts now. No more of us to see.
Is that how it works though? Like, if you cut off their tails, are they no longer the fish parts of them? So they drown? Like, are they breathing through their tails? Is that what's happening? Because he said let them drown. Wouldn't they just like... I mean, I can imagine they'd still die. Like, they'd just bleed out at the bottom of the water. But he specifically said let them drown, you know?
He is the one who feasts now. No more of us to see, so he won't take more suffering from you. He is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. You are a threat no longer. He won't take more suffering.
Turn into Penelope one last time.
Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all.
Here we go. Damn, man. Is that the end of the song? Yeah, I'm guessing so. Yeah, next one, Scylla. Okay, oh man. I mean, they're effectively showing them becoming monsters. Like, it's pretty fucked up, but also, I can't blame them. I mean, the sirens were, you know, luring them in and gonna kill them. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, they're horrible, disgusting people, they shouldn't have done that. Because, it's the sirens, that's what they do. They lure people in, they try to kill them. Like, that's, they're disgusting people, monsters too. So, so it does make sense. But it's still sad. I mean, the song is clearly trying to portray it in not such a black and white way. It is trying to show us, like, hey, you can understand that this is what they need to do and also be uncomfortable about it. And that is definitely what I'm feeling. I'm excited to see this portrayal of Scylla, because I imagine it's going to be very, very different. Like, the Scylla that I know from Hades 2, I kind of recognize is going to be nothing like the Scylla from from anything else, I feel like, because that's a very unique portrayal of the character. But I wonder what this portrayal is going to be like. I'm excited. Okay, I took a break to go have lunch. Let me continue on. This is Scylla or Scylla, however you'd like to pronounce it.
The lair of Scylla. This
I like
is
that.
our only way home.
Deep down,
You're quiet today.
deep down,
Not much to say.
deep down, you hide a reason for shame.
I got a secret I can
Oh,
no longer
we're actually going to talk about this?
keep down.
You know that we are the same.
I opened the wind bag while you were
There you go. There you go. Thought so.
Leaving them feeling betrayed, breaking the bonds that you've made.
I'm so sorry.
There is no price we won't pay.
Is that Scylla?
We both know what it takes to
Oh,
survive.
Jesus. Oh, man. Let me just... That's creepy. That's so well drawn. I like that. I like that illustration. But yeah, interesting. And we finally have Eurylochus actually coming clean about it and like having time to do it. And yeah, like that's what I thought the secret was from the second he was. I mean, I said it back in those videos, right? But now he's come clean. I wonder. I don't know, man. For him to come clean now, though, when we're about to head into, like, this dangerous situation, I'm kind of scared that it means he's gonna, like, die on this, like, in here, you know? Like, this is his final time going out, and they're, like, wrapping up his storyline, you know, by like having him admit it here. Let's see.
What it takes to survive.
Full speed ahead, full speed ahead.
Oh, that look. Oof.
We only care for ourselves.
Eurylochus, light up 6 torches.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. The subtitle name changing color there. Is that like just him? Like, well, there's a few things. One, is it just supposed to signify like lighting up torches, like it changes color because you're setting it on fire? Or is it like him getting serious now, like him becoming the monster, I guess, you know, because the monster generally has a redder color to it, so he's just about to become the monster. I don't know.
Eurylochus, light up 6 torches.
Yeah, that's cool.
Deep down, we're lonely demons from hell.
Captain, something approaches.
Yep. Hello. Hello. Oh, no. I don't like that she replied to me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Lordy, lordy. That's terrifying. Oh, sick. Oh my God, we're about to lose almost everyone, I feel like. Jesus. This is so cool, but so fucked up. Eurylochus is gonna die, I feel like. Wow. The design for Scylla there, like this look, where it's like you can see like the snake, but you can see like the fake human face on top of the head, is terrifying. That's so cool. This is a sort of song I feel like that is cool on its own, but but it feels like it almost needs the visuals to like really hit, you know? That's so cool. Oh, they both turned red. They're both monsters. We're the same, you and I. Damn. So is that's the Scylla song? Wow. Okay, yeah, so they really just traveled through there, got fucked up. He wasn't even really able to do anything there. It was literally just a massacre. Like he just had to like move through it quickly, and his crew had to, like, many of his crew had to die on the way. But really, I think he knew that. It was like, you know, that's part of what's monstrous, is like, hey, we're going through here. We know we're going to be sacrificing men. We know many of them are going to die, but we probably get Poseidon off our tail, and we might be able to get back to Ithaca. Like, wow, Jesus. Mutiny is this next song. Wait, a mutiny? Uh-oh. Is Eurylochus not happy that this many people just died under his watch, and he's not having a reaction to it?
You did not know that would happen.
Yeah.
Say you didn't know how that would end. Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain.
No, he knew.
That you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
Oh.
Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all some trick the gods have sent. Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad. That you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Jesus.
When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man.
Yeah.
We saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something!
Oh, I can't wait to see the response, but it's great. I'm glad I paused it and said what I said, because that's exactly what Eurylochus is feeling as well. Like we just moved through. We just kept moving, and you probably planned, like, not planned for it as in you wanted 6 men to die. I'm sure he would have wanted everyone to get out of there alive, but he's like, look, we're probably gonna lose men here, and I'm taking this dangerous route and not trying to save them necessarily. I'm trying to just get us out alive. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And like this is what I thought was bubbling earlier in the musical, like with that whole, like, you know, you have to be devout to me. Like I feel like it's hard. I mean, just before he admitted that he opened the bag or whatever, and Odysseus just didn't comment on it. Like I feel like maybe he feels ignored then, and he felt ignored back then, and now he's feeling ignored again. You know, this is kind of what I was saying, where it's like, I don't think Odysseus is necessarily wrong for this stuff. Maybe this is literally the only way. I don't know. And it's hard for us to say if that's the only way or not. But like, I truly do think neglecting your crew members' thoughts and feelings, like he has been doing, inevitably leads to this, and it will, you know. So like this, what's happening right now isn't, to me, like Eurylochus being overly emotional or being like I think it's the natural conclusion to all of the stuff that Odysseus has been doing throughout the musical. So, and I love his delivery of all of this stuff. The voice actor's doing great.
Then you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends. When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something!
Oh, that's so good.
I can't!
Oh.
Then you have forced my hand.
Oh God.
Lower your weapon. No can do. You miss your wife so bad you drain the lives of your own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
Oh. See, I mean, but like when I'm saying all of that, I'm not saying I feel like Eurylochus should be attacking Odysseus. Like at this point, that's just gonna probably get more people killed, you know. So I'm not on Eurylochus' side. I think I'm still on Odysseus' side in all of this, but man, it's interesting. It's a really sad dynamic to cover, and that whole, like, if you want the power, you must carry all the blame or whatever. It's so good.
Brother, you know you'd have done the same.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
And it's the delivery that the actor does.
Odysseus, Odysseus, there is no price he won't pay.
I am not letting you get in my way.
Oh! Got stabbed by another crew. Yeah. Paramedes. Oh, this song again.
Now the time has come to shut you down. You relied on wit, and then we died on.
Nice, wow. Oh, it's so good to bring back that tune.
Hey, where are we?
They just leave him behind. Oh fuck.
Some island.
Oh.
The first one we found, it's bursting with cows, just roaming around, begging us to eat. So much meat, and hunger is so heavy. This statue, the god of the sun, don't know where it's
God of the
from,
sun.
but here's where
Apollo?
we found all these cows to hunt.
Is that the God of the Sun? I'm not sure.
And hunger is so heavy.
Hunger is so heavy.
So tell me you're about to do what I think you'll do.
Oh, wow, that high note.
Odie, we're never gonna get to make it home. You know it's true.
You don't know that's true. This is the home of the sun god.
I'm starving, my friend.
But if you kill his cattle, who knows what he'll send. This is the home of the sun god.
Was that is that the wind god tune from before? I just like I know that tune. Did they before? Was it like this is the home of the wind god? Did they do that before? But wow, this is cool.
The home of the sun god.
I'm starving, my friend.
But if you kill his cattle, who knows what he'll send.
Yeah,
this
dangerous.
Is the home of the sun god.
Tired, my
But he doesn't really
friend.
trust your
So
judgment
close to
anymore.
home, this can't be where it ends.
How much longer must
Ah,
I
the-
suffer now?
this melody again.
How much longer must I push
I
through
need
doubt?
to get
How much longer must I go about my life like this when people die like this? Whoa, how much
Oh, this is so good.
How much longer must we push through doubt? How much longer must we go about our lives like this when people die?
Oh my god. Oh, now he's taken in the I'm just a man. Like now he's making the monstrous decisions, you know, like he's having to make these hard decisions for his crew now that they've mutinied. Now Eurylochus is in charge and he's making these tough decisions, and this might get the rest of the crew killed, you know, like maybe Odysseus will be the only one left alive after this. I don't know fully who the sun god is. I just like my immediate thought was Apollo, just based on my limited knowledge, but I don't know if that's true. So we'll find out. I'm sure they're gonna say it, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, no, that's right.
You've doomed us. You've doomed us all, Eurylochus! Captain?
Oh,
We need to get
it broke
away
out.
from this island now. Grab an oar with all the strength your arms allow.
Man, Odysseus really just broke out of those
They were the sun god's friends.
restraints.
And now that we've pissed them off, who do you think he'll send?
Oh,
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Faster.
I'm so absorbed in the story.
We're too late.
It's not the end of the saga, is it? No, I don't think so. Thunderbringer? Is this song called Thunderbringer? Is Zeus here? Did Zeus show up? We gotta find out. We gotta watch. 36 men deep in hunger's blood. Pushing the tempest. To the roars of thunder. I think there's Zeus. I don't know if this is it, but I know that Apollo's father is Zeus, right? Because in Hades 2, when you go meet Zeus and Hera, Apollo's there playing and singing. So if it is Apollo, that would explain it.
Pride is a damsel in
Oh my god, look at this Zeus. Oh god.
hiding away where only I can undress her. Try as she cannot to confess.
Oh, you guys were all fucking dead.
It's all the same once I apply all the pressure
Oh,
to bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom.
look at the fucking chiseled
Everything.
everything.
Use and gild her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed. your men and crew
Oh.
or your own. Why do I think they do?
That's such a good line, and it's so true based on what we've seen right now. Like, he's so hyper focused on getting home now at the cost of anything that, like, he's like, hey, why is it that I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, if I was to say, do I kill you or kill your men, you're gonna say kill your men. Which is also interesting because I feel like I'm so used to seeing stories where the protagonist will do anything for their crew, you know, like they're not going to prioritize themselves over the lives of their crew, because obviously as an audience we like to root for that sort of person, the selfless person. But you know, like Odysseus, he wants to get home, you know, and we're only human. That's what we need sometimes, is to prioritize our own lives, which is what makes situations like this so tough.
Of your men and crew or your own. Why do I think they lose? Enlighten me, King of Ithaca, since hunger was far too great. I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate. To the thunder bringer.
Oh boy.
Bring your ears until you're deaf with fear, and spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder here to yield your time, for you have passed your prime. Sublime you for your act of crime.
Damn, man. Oh, fuck.
Choose. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say.
Okay, I mean, thinking realistically, I mean, firstly, we're still like only just over halfway through the entire musical. There's a lot to go. So I mean, it would make sense if he chooses himself, just because we're pretty sure Odysseus is gonna survive onwards. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that for sure. I don't know that Odysseus survives to the end. I just feel like since we're going to Ithaca at the end, you know, I feel like it's gonna be a story about him facing his guilt at the end, but who knows? But also, I mean, just based on what he's done recently, I feel like it only makes sense for Odysseus to choose to survive himself. But maybe he finds a way to like save everyone. I don't know.
Today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew. Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
Oh, this is sick. So, I mean, that I can take the suffering from you is, like, they're showing Penelope, but that was really the siren pretending to be Penelope doing that. But is he now, like, you know, the words, I can take the suffering from you, does that still resonate with him thinking of Penelope saying that? You know what I mean? Like, even though it was technically the siren saying that, he still considers Penelope as the person to be able to take the suffering from him and to take on that burden with him, which might be how this ends at the very end. Penelope might be like actually saying that to him in Ithaca. I don't know. I love bringing back these melodies. What if he chooses himself? Like, to die himself?
Captain?
I have to see her.
Aww.
But we'll die.
I know.
Oh. His name was Red. It's the monster.
future will be revealed.
I think everyone died. I think it's just Odysseus now. Man, even no visuals, we're just taking in the piano. Damn! Fuck, man! That's a good cliffhanger for next video, because I want to see what happens so badly. Now I gotta wait a week. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Man, I really enjoyed that. I had so much fun there, even though I'm so sad and scared about it. But that's so cool. Man, can we put at least a little bit of the blame on Poseidon and Zeus? Like, fuck these guys. Like, it's like, yeah, Odysseus is making the choices or whatever, but they're the ones killing him. Like, Zeus really, like, there's so, I mean, this is the thing about gods in these mythologies, is they have so much pride that it's just like they love the idea of making it a choice, you know, like proving to Odysseus, you are the disgusting man you feel like you are. Like, we're gonna put you in this position to make you make a decision that will truly awaken the monster within you. That will truly, like, make you have to confront this part of yourself. You know, you could live your life saying to yourself, if I was in that position, I would save my whole crew. You could say that to yourself, but Zeus actually puts him in that position so that he reveals what you would actually do to himself. Which is like something that scares me sometimes, is like, I care a lot about being a good person, you know? Like, I do care a lot about, like, how people perceive me, but also how I perceive myself, and like what I give to the world and what I take from it. And I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not like a saint. And sometimes I will look at situations in media and go, I would love to say that I would do what we consider to be the right thing and what I might be yelling at the main character to do, but I don't know that I could. I don't know that if I'm faced with this situation that I wouldn't say spare me, you know? Like, I've got no idea what I would do, because I can't know myself. And I think I can be more comfortable with myself not having been put in that situation, because at least then I could tell myself, hey, maybe I would surprise myself. Maybe when I'm put on the spot, I would do the right thing, or I would do the more noble thing. I'm not going to say the right thing necessarily is to, like, choose your crew over yourself, because it's easier to say that's the right thing because you're saving people. But at the same time, like, I do think there's honor in prioritizing your own life. I think your own life is very precious. So as I said, like, I'm putting most of the blame on Zeus. And I mean, you could also say, like, it's also put the blame on Eurylochus, because he warned, Odysseus warned him, like, don't kill these cows. The sun god's here. That's going to be a bad fucking idea. Don't do it. And he still did it, and now he suffers the weight of those choices. So, like, yeah, but then you could also argue, like, the only reason they're not listening to Odysseus at that point is because he had lost their trust from previous things. So it's like the cycle. You can play the blame game all day. And I don't think it's worth playing the blame game. I think it's just worth watching this happen and crying about it. I think that's all I can really do, is just be sad that it's all happening. Oh, it's so good, man, and I can't believe how much there is left. There's a whole hour left of the musical to go, and it shocks me. I mean, this is the third video I've done on this, and we're only an hour 26 into it, which means I basically record for an hour and a bit every half hour, which means I yap a lot. But, you know, I think you guys like that. I think you guys like me talking a lot about this stuff, because we all like the musical here, so we want to be talking about it a lot. Anyway, that was epic. The Underworld saga and the Thunder saga. Thank you for joining me. That was pretty fucking awesome. I can't wait for more. I feel like there's gonna be some badass shit towards the end, and I cannot wait. So thanks for watching. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for all the other videos on my channel. It's absolutely worth it. Go check out some other videos on my channel. I absolutely recommend them. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.